Let's get it. We in there.
Yeah.
In her like booty hair.
Woo. Yeah. Who the jiggy nigga with the gold links? Got me reminiscing about my old days. 3-6 suck a nigga dick, no fall.
Goody everybody, welcome to another episode of Recent Records. If you have not subscribed to this channel already, please feel free to subscribe and also like this video for more content like this. It's Friday, okay? We got a story time coming up, and this story time is dealing with my first week of college. And yeah, I know story times usually go off of the situation. It's an in the moment thing that doesn't really last from a time period for more than 1 hour or 2 hours, alright? But this is a whole week, so I have a lot to get through. But first and foremost, I just really would like to give a huge thank you and a huge shout out to my inspiration and basically my favorite YouTube channel, Love Live Serve. They're my inspiration. They're who I aspire to be and meet someday. I am very excited right now. It is like 1:15 in the morning and I have way too much energy for my own good. And the reason being is I was on Twitter, you know, just scrolling, having a good time, and I see Noah Boat from Love Live Serve liking my fucking tweets. I'm like, oh shit, he liked my tweet. Basically just liked a picture of mine that I did for an XXXTentacion skit. I'm not gonna expose the title of it yet because I want you guys to come back and find that out for yourself. And that meant a lot to me personally because, I mean, he has a fucking huge fan base, like 630 something thousand subscribers, maybe even more. You know, that's dope. You know what I mean? Like, I wanna be that one day. I wanna show support to my supporters. You know what I mean? I'm so happy right now, and that just motivated the hell out of me to keep doing what I'm doing with YouTube and stuff like that. You know, don't feel as if I'm just gonna wash out one day, because I'm not. I'm here to stay. However, on to the video. If you guys have seen College Moving Day, how college actually is, my first college party, you guys have seen my initial reactions to all of my first time experiences with college. So I'm just gonna start it off from square one. College Moving Day, I think I was more excited to set up my room than to actually meet the people there, because I bought so much stuff for college. I was like, I'm going above and beyond. My dorm will be the best dorm. I was wrong because honestly, I feel as if I put way too much effort into my room. It was just like too much going on. People who had less than me seem to have a better room because all they had was like a futon and some lights. They're like, oh, cool. If you guys are getting stuff for your dorm, don't overdo it. Because it's not worth it. Don't spend up too much money because you're gonna need that money when you're in college. You're gonna need that money for your books. That's something I didn't save for. College Moving Day altogether was very successful. I met a lot of cool people on my floor and it was just awesome. I mean, I remember the first week of school, I was going to eat with at least like 10 people. Like, we'll sit at tables, right? Packed with people, just packed. I think that's just what freshmen did because we didn't really know who to hang around. We didn't know who were the cool guys. We didn't know who were the fucking weirdos. So we just hung out with everybody. So just get a natural vibe and to get the all-around experience of everybody around us, all right? My first college party, all right? This is what was going through my mind. So basically, the entire time that we were looking for a party, let me just start off before that, all right? Pre-gaming. Like I said in most of my videos, don't underage drink. If you are feeling pressure to do stuff that you really don't feel comfortable with doing, don't do it, because I didn't do it. When we were going out for our first time, yeah, my friends, they drank and stuff. I wasn't the one drinking because I didn't feel comfortable with it, but I had no control over their actions as well. So I was just like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna still go out with you guys. I'll just play like the dad role. When you go out to parties, guys, you know, people do not down you for not drinking and doing the things that you don't really feel comfortable with doing. I took advantage of that, okay? I put brownies on my shit. If I'm hungry, my friends are hungry, you know, they can get a little snack, you know what I mean? So my friend Nick, he was talking to some guys from he was trying to get like recruited or something by them. He was like, yo, let's go to this party. I was like, all right, cool. We're walking around for fucking hours. We're talking about like college and how excited we are about it, and the next thing you know, we get up to this house and the house is just pitch black, right? Dark as ever out in the front of it. I was like, are you sure that this is the place, Nick? He's like, yeah, I'm positive, dude. Walk around the back, we see this guy named Evan. I'm like, yo, are you Evan? He's like, yeah. Walk a little bit further back into the backyard now, and it's just packed with people. People trying to get down into the basement, people trying to get into the house, people trying to get out of the house because it's hot. And I'm like, oh, this is about to be fun, right? So I get down into the basement, I walk down the stairs, and I just touched the walls, right? And I didn't mean to touch the walls. I mean, I'm just like, it's packed, so I'm like rubbing down the walls, and my whole arm, guys, my whole arm was just caked. I'm talking about oiled. I'm talking about, it felt like I had a sweater of sweat on my arm. We got down into the basement. It was just hot. It was like a layer of like steam above my head. I was like, oh, this is how college parties are. I mean, I feel as if they look a lot cooler on video or on camera because you're like, oh my God, that looks so awesome, Project X. But people don't ever think about how hot it actually is in those parties. So I go to the back of the basement. I'm like, yo, you know, what's back here? I see a girl making out with a guy. I'm like, oh no, this isn't my domain. So I turn around and I'm like recording. I'm trying to get some good shots. And I leave, right? I go outside because I'm like, man, I can't stand it. It's too hot down here. It's like well over 150 people in this basement. And the basement is no bigger than like an average kitchen. I see two of my friends already out there. They're talking to Evan still. And I'm like, yo, where are the other two? They're like, oh, they're still downstairs. You should go look for them. I go look for them, not down there. All right, I come back upstairs. I'm like freaking out at this point because I'm the dad of the group tonight. I'm supposed to be taking care of my friends. This is my responsibility. So I go around to the front and I see all my fucking friends just sitting there like, oh man, you're finally here. Like, we're waiting for you. I'm like, you guys didn't tell me that you guys are already outside. So we're just having fun at the dorm. We're just talking, hanging out, listening to music. And we decided to have a sleepover. Went to go get breakfast, and apparently other people that were there at the party, they're like, yeah man, cops were there. They busted the house. People were everywhere. They were just gone. Like, everybody was running everywhere. And I'm like, yo, that's terrible. I'm happy that I actually wasn't in that situation, because I would have felt really bad if my friends were to get in trouble and I was the one that had the burden and responsibility to take care of them. However, that is another fact about college. Don't feel burdened for other people's responsibilities, because they are their own people. If they are drinking and they are well past their limit and they do not seem capable of taking care of themselves, if they're stumbling, if they're puking, if they're, if they're being more than what they usually are, that becomes dangerous. That's when you have to draw the line. You have to be like, okay man, that's enough is enough. You have to take care of this now. Drink some water, eat some bread, sober up, feel better, and if it gets past that point, call the authorities, because at that point it's beyond your reach and it's beyond your control. But at the end of the day, everybody in college is there for themselves. Worry about your priorities first, but if you do have a friend in need, don't be shy to help them out, all right? I'm going to class, right? And this was my first time in class. And basically the entire time that I was there, I think that I was just really zoned in, I guess, because I feel as if like I had the opportunity of a lifetime to be in college in the first place. I love school, I love being there. And the fact that I had the opportunity to go was just a blessing of my own. When I got to the lecture, I took it very seriously. I don't pay attention very well. I'm easily distracted when it comes to things. I'm very forgetful. So I sat in the very front row. There are no such thing as nerds in college, because I feel as if everyone's a nerd. You're there for a reason. You're taking care of your business. So I sat in the very front row. I didn't second guess it at all. The entire front row was empty. I was like, I don't know why nobody's sitting in the front. It's no point in sitting in the back. You get distracted, see all the people on their fucking tablets playing like video games, on the laptops watching Netflix, people on the Hulu talking about their scandal crushes and everything like that. You can see everyone and you can see exactly what everyone is doing. It's hard to pay attention to both the professor and what everybody else is doing. So basically, I'm in class, I'm studying, I'm doing everything I can. I'm getting all the words that the professor is speaking. I literally was gonna go to the point where I was just gonna record the lecture so that way later on I can hear the professor talk about the lecture again after the class, and then redo the lecture and take over notes again that I've missed. I mean, that's a good idea if you really want to get that A. But I mean, I still got out of that class with an A, and all I had to do was study probably like 2 or 3 hours a night, making flashcards and just working my ass off for a good grade, I guess. If you guys are going for a certain major, take it very, very seriously, because at the end of the day, you're gonna be ranked at some point in time. And if you're not up there with the rest of the people that are actually leading the board and they're leading the class, you probably will have a harder time trying to find a job after college. However, don't think that that's just a way to get out of your prerequisites and to be able to be like, oh, whatever, I don't need to worry about this gym class, because if you get a C in that gym class, it's gonna pull down your entire overall GPA. And I personally can tell you guys firsthand how it feels to get a C in a very easy class. I had this class that was worth like 2 credits, right? It was like a high school level reading class. It was just very basic. I took it just to have a few extra credits under my belt. So I'm like, all right, cool. It's not that hard. I can skip a few days here and there. But as I was skipping those few days of class, I was missing out on quizzes. I was missing out on the extra credit. I was missing out on the homework reviews. All I was doing was just coming to class to take the quizzes. And I aced the quizzes, but those quizzes were only worth 75% of my grade. Long story short is, take all your classes seriously. Don't just think about your major, but prioritize your major first and then work down from that, okay? That was my story time from my first week of college. I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. It's a really long time since that has happened, and I've learned so much from it, and I'm so happy that I get the opportunity to be able to tell you guys my story, because I feel as if I I can share something. Like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you love me and talking about this stuff. Come back next Tuesday for a skit. Come back Friday for a story time. And sporadically throughout the week. I mean, sporadically. I post a few vlogs here and there. And basically, the next few weeks are just going to be back to school stuff, college stuff for you guys back home watching videos. And from that point on, guys, I will see you guys next time.
She ain't get busy, I play with a pussy. Her sister won't kiss me, scenario die. Whoa, shoveling snow by the pound. Wow, trading my step for one.